You know what's strange? We've never had more access to focus tools. Productivity apps, Pomodoro timers, noise-canceling headphones, focus playlists. But we've also never been more distracted. And here's the part nobody talks about. The people who can't focus aren't lazy. They're not undisciplined. Psychology shows they're fighting a battle most people don't even know exists. If you've ever sat down to work only to find yourself checking your phone 5 minutes later, if you've ever stared at a task for an hour without starting, if you've ever felt like your brain is constantly pulling you away from what matters, then what I'm about to tell you will explain everything. Because the reason you can't focus has nothing to do with willpower. It has everything to do with how your brain has been rewired. And until you understand the mechanism, you'll keep blaming yourself for a problem you didn't create. Here's what's actually happening. Your brain runs on a chemical called dopamine. It's the motivation molecule, the thing that makes you want to do things. But here's the problem. Dopamine isn't released by achievement. It's released by anticipation, by novelty, by unpredictability. And modern life has hijacked that system. Every notification, every scroll, every short video is a tiny dopamine hit. Your brain gets a reward without having to work for it. And over time, your baseline dopamine drops, which means normal activities, like reading, working, or thinking, don't release enough dopamine to hold your attention anymore. Neuroscientists call this dopamine desensitization, and it's why you can scroll for hours but can't focus on work for 10 minutes. Your brain isn't broken. It's been trained to need constant stimulation just to feel normal. Here's how you know if this is you. You feel restless when you try to do deep work. You check your phone without thinking. You can't finish one task before jumping to another. You start projects with excitement, then lose interest fast. This isn't ADHD. This isn't lack of discipline. This is your reward system being recalibrated by an environment designed to fracture your attention. So what actually fixes this? You don't add more discipline. You reset the system. And it happens in 3 phases. Phase 1, dopamine fasting. Not the trendy version where you avoid all pleasure. The real version. You eliminate the behaviors that give you easy dopamine. No scrolling, no notifications, no background noise. For even just 24 hours, your brain has nothing to chase. And in that space, it recalibrates. Baseline dopamine starts to normalize. Suddenly, normal tasks start to feel interesting again. Phase 2, friction design. Right now, distractions are effortless. Your phone is next to you. Apps are one tap away. Your brain doesn't have to choose distraction. It's already there. So you add friction. Delete social apps from your phone. Log out of everything. Put your phone in another room, not forever, just while you work. Research in behavioral design shows that even a 10-second delay between impulse and action is enough to break the habit loop. You're not removing temptation. You're making it inconvenient enough that your brain defaults back to the task. Phase 3, attention anchoring. Your brain needs a reason to stay focused. And that reason can't be vague. I should work on this doesn't work. What works is giving your brain a specific, time-bound challenge. Not I'll work for 2 hours, but I'll write 300 words in the next 20 minutes. Psychology shows that concrete goals with clear endpoints create what's called task-specific motivation. Your brain locks in because it knows exactly what success looks like. And once you hit that target, you've built proof. I can focus. And proof rewires belief faster than anything. Here's what people miss about focus. It's not a personality trait, it's a skill. And like any skill, it degrades when you don't use it. You've spent years training your brain to chase novelty. Now you have to retrain it to sit with difficulty. And that process is uncomfortable. The first time you try to work without distractions, your brain will panic. It'll give you every reason to stop. This is boring. This isn't working. You should check something. That's not weakness. That's withdrawal. Your dopamine system is recalibrating. And if you can sit through that discomfort even once, you prove something to your nervous system. Focus is still possible. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You're not losing focus because you're weak. You're losing focus because you're outnumbered. Every app, every platform, every device is optimized to steal your attention, and you're trying to fight that with willpower alone. But willpower isn't enough. You need a different strategy, not discipline, architecture. You design your environment so focus is the path of least resistance. And once that's in place, you don't need to try. You just work. If this explained why you can't focus even when you try, subscribe. Next time, we're breaking down why motivation is a trap and why people who rely on it never finish anything.